We welcome you to Los Angeles. We've got baseball on the show. It's the San Francisco Giants taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And towing the slab here, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. What's the word on him?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at bat.
Okay, all set to go. Jung-Hoo Lee digs in now. And this one is off and running. Oh, 1 now. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Yamamoto sends him packing.
Second baseman, Luis.
Here's the Giants lineup. This is an offense, Chris, that's having a hard time scoring runs right now.
Yeah, sometimes things just aren't going to click, and unfortunately what happens is players press, they try to do a little bit more, and they get out of their game. You've got to let the game come to you. If you chase it, it's going to run from you. So this is a team that just needs to calm down, relax, and understand that they're going to come out of this.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Ball 1.
That to right. Tucker takes it in for the out. 2 down.
Batting third, left fielder, Elliot Ramos.
Here's Elliot Ramos. Just missed. A little out front there as he swings through it. That one inside, look out. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Struck him out swinging. That's the first curve we've seen today, and it shouldn't be the last. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here in L.A. and today on the hill, Adrian Hauser. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes You know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
0-1. Chopper right side. And that chance handled. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Tough play and a nice backhand stop. Had to be perfect with the exchange and throw to get the out, but it looked like he had to dig in there a little deeper, like he was trying to get a split finger grip or something. Close play, but that little extra time on the transfer made all the difference.
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Will Smith to the plate. Right through there for a strike. Ohtani, the lead runner at second. Freeman at first with no outs.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. And that is a big first out. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. This has been a good, productive lineup so far this year. Currently ranking among the better teams in terms of total hits and runs per game.
Oh, Boog, this lineup puts the ball in play. And in an era of high strikeouts and big swings, increasing contact makes them dangerous. We'll see if this pitcher can get some support from the defense. The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Runners at first and second with one gone. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Oh, 0-2 now. Up the middle, makes a sliding stop. The flip to second. What a double play that was. Inning over.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
New inning getting started. Now the Giants' four-hitter, Rafael Devers. This is a guy that they are counting on to deliver, and early on this season, it's been a struggle. Bottom line, his resume says he's a good hitter, just has not gotten off to a very good start. And you got to figure, regress to the mean, water finds its level, all those sayings, that he will end up having a good year. To the right side, and that's just foul. That one fouled off. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Here's a 1-2.
That's ball two.
And that skips in the dirt. Payoff pitch. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Right through there for a strike. The 0-1. And he swings through that one. Gary Simmons, our plate umpire today, sort of has a reputation as a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, a little bit of a wider zone than most, I'd say. And a wide zone can be tough to deal with as a hitter because you have to start expanding what you're looking for, covering both sides. And with the stuff pitchers have today, you're just not going to have a lot of success.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boo. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
Willie Adames in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. No score here in the second. Swing and a miss. And he strikes out the side here in the second. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Chavez Ravine. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes.
Andy Pajes.
Fly ball down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Here's the 0-1. In the air to left center. Ramos should have this one. And a quick out, number 1.
Batting 6th, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Gets to it with a slide. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. This one in the air center field. Gilbert gets under it. And that is that. Nothing across here this half. We head on down to the top of the third. We're tied 0-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium. All set for the start of the inning. Matt Chapman getting ready to hit. Chapman gets a piece there. On the ground right side into the outfield, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting 8th, center fielder.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
That one fouled off. Chapman on at first, nobody out. lined into left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Stepping in, Eric Haas. And that is in there for a strike. I believe that's the split. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
This guy's sink has so much quality. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of
swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is a big first out.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location. But clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Fouled off. He was late. Two on, 1 out. Gets him to chase after that one.
Well, this can be kind of frustrating for the hitting coach. Right now, this lineup seems to be swinging at everything.
He goes down looking.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
2 outs, runners at first and second. Luis Arias, and a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed. This guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
And that one fouled off. The Giants with a chance to score first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. In time. Nicely done to get out of the jam. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Bottom of the inning, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Hesung Kim. Up the middle. Arise on to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Second baseman, Alex Freeland.
Out towards right center field. He makes the grab, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Here's Ohtani. Reached on an infield single his first time.
Come on, showtime.
The other way, and he beats the shift. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Dodgers, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Swing and a ground ball into the outfield, base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Up next for the Dodgers, catcher.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Struck out swinging his first time.
That's a ball.
2 on, 2 outs. Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Nothing happening on the bases, though. Still tied at 0. Last of the third. On the ground, right side. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. On to the fourth, still scoreless. Back here in L.A., start of the fourth, Elliot Ramos now at the plate. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, these Giants just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
That cuts the corner.
I just think the lack of drawing any walks is an indication that they need to be a little more selective and less anxious about forcing something to happen.
All tied up, top half of inning number 4. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Strike 3. It's a strikeout for Yoshinobu.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And, you know, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
At the plate, Bryce Eldridge. And ball 1. Two down, nobody on.
That's a ball.
Come on, Los Angeles.
That one ripped, but foul. Late on that fastball.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he strikes out the side here in the 4th. On to the bottom of the 4th now. Still with no score. Bottom of the 4th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker.
Just missed.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
This to center field. Into the dive, and he got it. What a play.
Center fielder, Andy Pyle.
And wow, what a great diving catch, Singy. StatCast says that was a near perfect route, and it had to be.
That's just a big part of his game. I mean, this guy's instincts just seem to always put him in a position to make special plays, and right there, he's done it again.
Now fly ball to right center. Gilbert, long run into the gap. Flashes the leather on the running catch. And there are 2 outs.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
And he hits a ground ball right side. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Dodgers go down quietly. Still no score. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Ready now for the 5th inning. Willie Adames digs in now.
All these Giants, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
On the inside corner for a strike. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Up next for the Giants, third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Aye!
On the ground, right side, and foul ball. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th.
Really
that's
good
just
take,
out.
especially with 2 strikes.
Challenge from behind the dish here. And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. 1 challenge remaining for them now. The 1-2. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Yes, he did. That's a swing. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball there.
Let's go, Dodgers! All right, Los Angeles!
Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. Back after this on the show. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez.
Hammered, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. On the ground, could be 2. To Adames, that's 1. And that's 2.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there, completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Base is empty after the double play. Alex Freeland will hit next. And that one is lifted in the air. Gilbert in position. And that's the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. Eric Haas,
Leading
the
off
next
for
to hit.
San Francisco, catcher Eric Haas.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Another one, and that makes it 7 consecutive strikeouts.
Nope, that's a ball.
The 1-1. And that one fouled off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. In the air to left center. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for the Giants, second baseman
Luis Arraez stands in.
Ball 1.
Into center. And it falls. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boog. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Two gone. The possible go-ahead run at first.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he got a good one.
Right through there for a strike.
Ball 2.
And now 2-2. Just missed.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Rafael Devers in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, inning over. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in L.A., bottom of the 6th, Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
You know, these Dodgers, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at a lot of first pitches, and they've given away 7 outs as a result. They might just want to consider a more patient approach.
Eldridge takes it to the bag. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's down. One hops off the wall. And he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
The batter now will be Will Smith.
Ball, that's upstairs.
Dodgers looking to strike first here in the bottom of the 6th. Making a move at second base. Dodgers bring in a pinch runner. Dalton rushing. They want his wheels out there after the one-out double. Slider squirts away. No advance, though. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Keaton Wynn, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Killian getting loose as well.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Man at second. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 3-1 now.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Big rip off the bat there. Some seriously loud contact on that knock. Didn't bring in the run, but he got him that much closer to taking the lead here.
Fouls away the first offering. Runners are at the corners, 1 away.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Breaking ball, and that got him.
That ball got him.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Adrian Hauser out of the game, and a pretty decent effort out of him. Tie ball game, new arm out of the pen when we get back.
Now pitching for San
Ryan
Francisco,
Barucki comes
number
on now.
47,
Well, no
Ryan
margin for
Barucki.
error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes. Golden opportunity right here. Up the middle, a rise. There's one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Up next for the Dodgers, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
2 aboard, 2 outs. That one lifted to left. He's got it, and that will end the inning. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. 7th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Giants nothing. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Rafael Devers.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And add another K. That's number 17. What a game. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
That's a ball.
The Dodgers holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and a strike. That one a little bit high, and a count 2-1.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
Out towards left center. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Giants, shortstop Willie Adames.
Willie Adames stands in. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Oh, look at the stop. And they get the out. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. You're dialed into the show.
Now pitching for San
Gregory
Francisco, number
Santos
67,
gets handed the rock out of the
Gregory
pen.
Santos.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Leading off for the Dodgers, left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Line drive, base hit, fair ball down the third baseline. And a good start to the inning.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop Hassan Hill.
Fun attempt, popped up. Diving, makes the grab. What a play.
Wow, gotta love the effort right there. You're these catchers, man, they work so hard. They take a beating every single game, and you don't see them very often lay out and make a play like that, especially with all the gear on. Trust me, that fires up the entire team. Really great play right there.
Freeland in the box again, takes the strike.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball, just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Quick move to first, dives back, out.
Hard to know if he was looking to go right there or not, but he was clearly fooled by the pickoff move. Quick feet, quick release over there by the pitcher. Really quick tag as well.
Two down, nobody on. Smoked on the ground a second. Tosses to first, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they still lead it 1-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Now Matt Chapman at the plate.
Matt Chapman.
Alex Vesia takes over on the mound.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
The 0-2. That's the strikeout for Chappie.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down one. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
The Dodgers trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're at the top of the 8th. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. Fights it off. You'll see another. And a 1-2. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Eric Haas, the next Giant to hit.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Two down, nobody on. And that one finds its way through. And that puts the tying run on base.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you've got to stay within yourself.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
0-2 now. Got him swinging.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Keaton Wynn.
Well, good luck against this guy. He's been extremely tough to hit this year. His numbers are excellent.
Well, one-run game, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani. This guy with light tower power. And that one popped to short. One down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Up next for the Dodgers, first baseman Dalton Rushing.
He swings and fouls one off. Now the 0-1. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Up next for the
Solid
Dodgers,
swing from start to end, on time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. First pitch, and he has to get out of the way. The 1-0. Wynn measures 6 feet 4 inches, 28 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Iowa. Breaking ball inside. Ball 3. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Arias has it for 1. On to first, double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Through 8 full, LA's on top, 1-0. Last chance coming up for the Giants. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here in LA, now the number 2 hitter, Luis Arias.
So important to stay within yourself, especially for this hitter. Not known to be a power guy or a home run hitter. He needs to set the table by getting on with a walk or a base hit.
Swing and a miss. 0-1. Way out front for strike 2.
The pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig it. Tanner Scott on to try and close it out.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
The 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
Well, that at bat had a lot of pressure riding on it, so really great job coming through right there. It's got to feel good. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The Dodgers trying to close out a one-run lead here at the top of the ninth. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitcher.
The 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. And he's gone for the fourth time tonight.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
One out man at first. And now it's the Giants DH, Rafael Devers. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Ball one there. That clips the zone, and the count 1-2.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And the Giants down to their final out.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out. Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
They're down to their final strike.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
Well, this one was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound today.
1-0 the final. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.